This episode of Hak5 is brought to you by Domain.com, Go to Assist Express, and The Ben Heck Show.
Hello and welcome to Hak5. My name is Darren Kitchen.
I'm Shannon Morse.
Of course, your weekly dose of Technolust.
Welcome to the Hak5.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, guess what?
What?
We have some cool toys.
Oh, yeah, you're right, we do. You want to talk about these?
Yeah. We
Okay,
love
so-
to receive your guys' mail, so 548 Market Street, number 39371, San Francisco, California, 94104. And send that over, and we'd love to.
It's on the website.
Add some coffee.
He did. Lots of coffee.
What do we
Like
get?
A huge thing. Okay, so this is from Tim in Belgium. I think that was Tim.
This is for Paul, right?
And this is for Paul. This is like old school when we went to New York and we were at that record shop.
It's like
It's a frickin'
There's
record.
data on it, but it's analog. And you know what? It's very similar to the way a CD works, except for it's not. I'm going to pretend I know what it is and call it a 45.
Never gonna give you.
All right, no.
Oh,
Dude,
sorry.
we also got some really cool tech. This one here
Yeah,
is
what
from
is this box?
Thorsten.
This must be some kind of like communicative box that you stick under your TV.
This is not a
Like,
cigar
is
box,
this
but it could probably be
a
modded
cable
into
box?
one. No.
A VCR?
It's called a ThinkPad 380Z.
Holy.
It's 90 megahertz, has 64 megabytes of RAM.
With the best version of Windows ever.
It's running Windows 2000.
Windows 2000, yeah!
I just tried my zero-day exploit thing that we're going to be talking about here in a couple weeks on it. Totally worked. Took a little bit longer than it would on another computer.
What
but
year was this made in?
I'm going to set, well, okay, to give you an example, in the BIOS, you can't set the year to be over 1999.
Oh,
So it's
Y2K
partying,
bug.
this thing
Oh,
is
no.
literally partying like it's 1999.
Oh,
I think it's January 1st
cool.
right now.
Look at
So,
that.
yeah, I know. It's so thick.
It is
love it.
huge.
It's got a PC MCIA Express card slot.
You know,
So-
I bet Thorsten was very happy to get this off his
hands?
backpack.
It's got a
I'm
floppy
sure that
drive. I know,
Let me
right?
feel it.
I'm going to try to turn this thing into a wireless access point
You should
because
walk around with this thing, get
I've
some
got
muscles.
Yeah, no joke, man. That's probably what we did back in the day. You know, geeks be getting flobby because our iPhones be getting smaller.
Yep.
And stuff. Yo. That's my street talk
It's
to the
bigger
one there.
than this thing. Jeez.
How about some hacker headlines?
Yes. LawSec has just opened up a hack request line, enabling people to give them a ring and ask for them to hack some kind of certain sites. The group's phone number is a 614 USA area code that they posted on their Twitter feed. They say that they have already sent DDoS attacks over to like 8 different sites that callers have requested, with tons more to follow. But of course, they're doing it just for the lols.
Are they all like, you're the 5th caller! We're gonna hack the Senate!
I actually heard it this morning, and it was this French accent guy, and he was like, "You've reached the line of Pierre Dubois," or something like that.
Nice. Well, they love the boats.
Yeah,
They
it
really
was funny.
they do love the boats over at the LulzSec. Listen, you want to hear some good stuff? Random Hacks of Kindness just occurred on June 4th and 5th. It's a globally linked conference that brings together hackers from 18 different cities around the world to discuss problems in the world that could have technological solutions. So, you know, it seems like an awesome idea, and I wish that we could, you know, have made it this year. That would have been great.
I know. We should go next year because that sounds really, really, really fun. And if you've ever had the inkling to flash an Arduino using a Zip-It Z2, now there's a way. Remember a Zip-It Z2 hack
love
way
the
in
Zip-It.
season, what was
The one
that,
right there.
7 or 8?
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah, apparently you can flash an Arduino with it, an Arduino board. And there's this really long video over on Hackaday. You guys are free to check it out, and the link is in our show notes.
Well, the cool thing about that device is it's USB host mode. I wonder if the
Yes.
Dingo could do that. I gotta find that out. Okay, anyway, it's time right now for Kirby's Sci-Fi Book of the Week.
Meow. Did you have what it took to compete in our Crack the Code challenge? Brought to you by Go to Assist Express. These Hak5 viewers did last Sunday. Mad props go out to Judah Zook or Judah Zuck, Canadian Taco, Base, This DB, Adrian K, Frederick, Mike, Edmund, Adam W111, and Julian, who were the very first 10 to complete the entire challenge. A big thanks go out to all you guys that participated, joined the live stream and the chat, and of course, Go to Assist Express for sponsoring our Hak5 Lab Network. Now stay tuned for info on the next, even bigger Crack the Code challenge. And also stay tuned in later in the show for a brief synopsis. But now, let's take a moment to thank Go to Assist Express for making this challenge possible.
I'm here to tell you about a tool that's going to help you save time and money and make you look like a hero in front of your clients and colleagues. Go to Assist Express by Citrix lets you easily resolve computer issues in real time or after hours. Even work on your customers' computers while they're away from their desks, dramatically boosting productivity. In fact, on average, Go to Assist Express users report a 40% increase in productivity. That's like getting 2 extra work days back a week. Try Go to Assist Express free for 30 days. For this special offer, visit gotoassist.com/HAK5. You may remember earlier in the season, Jason Applebaum was showing us how to use this cool Ruby script to go ahead and back up our websites to Amazon's S3 cloud. Why not? Why not have some backups? I mean, we could all use some, right? Well, as Jason was putting it all together, he kind of mentioned that you need to use a unique name for your bucket on Amazon's S3 cloud, and then that got me thinking like, oh really? Why? Why does it have to be a unique name? Oh, well, I wasn't the only one. Our good friend Robin Wood over at digininja.org thought the same thing when he saw the segment, and he's put together a really nifty tool called Bucket Finder. You see, brute forcing isn't just for passwords anymore. No. If there's some, information that can be had if you just know the name of it, well then just try every name of it. This is why if you're, say, backing up to the cloud, it's important to mark your bucket as private. Well, Robin over at digininja.org has a great write-up on how Amazon S3 buckets work and how the difference between public and private, and then even in a public bucket how you can have private files. But what's cooler is the tool that he put together with a little bit of Ruby that allows you to go ahead and brute force those Amazon S3 accounts. So I've gone ahead and downloaded the tool and gone over to PacketStorm, where you can find some really good word lists. Like any brute force dictionary attack, you're going to need a dictionary file or a word list, and PacketStorm has some pretty good ones here. They've got Usenet names, just general names, Norwegian names. They've got Shakespeare names, Swedish names. I mean, actually in this tool you can specify the region, whether or not you're looking for the US region or the European region or anything like that. So I don't know, you could take the German names and brute force Amazon S3 with that and see what kind of, Deutsch files you can get. That'd be cool. Yeah, that's too my lead. So I've gone ahead and downloaded the tool, bucketfinder.rb, and I've got these common names. I'm going to go ahead and just fire up the tool. It's really simple usage. Bucket Finder, and then the word list. And I'll just do the TAC-H one. All right, and we can see the tool is going ahead and running here, and I can see that it's going to either tell me that the bucket exists, the bucket doesn't exist, I don't have access to it, and it's just running through this word list to see if there's any good stuff to be found here. Now, you could run this all day long, and you could put up some awesome statistics about what is available and what is not. And Robin has actually gone ahead and done that already. He's run, what is it, like 2,000 some buckets, and of that, 1,200 didn't exist, 848 were private, and then 131 were public. So, there is a lot of information out there, a lot of people like not securing their buckets. He's found of the people that do leave their buckets open, most of what he found were images. He says that most of it was like baby photos and stuff like that, as well as a lot of music and videos. So, he's actually found a couple of new bands that he's interested in. So I'm just running this tool over here, and I'm seeing that there's a whole lot of buckets that don't exist. I've actually run this before, and I have a little bit of a log here, so you can see what happened where like Amy over here has these log files open, and I'm sure if I were to comb through those logs, I might run across some interesting information that potentially Amy didn't want me to know about. So I guess the lesson here is, while Amazon S3 is a really cool service, cloud service, it's no different than any other, say, putting it up on your HTTP server in /temp, where you would probably want to put an htaccess file because you don't want just anybody going to hak5.org/temp, because there's actually a lot of stuff in there. I should really clean that up. Anyway, we all do it. We all just use these temporary web storage places, and when you do that and you don't secure it, well, you know, if it's just a matter of brute forcing the name, well, obviously there's going to be a tool to do that, and Robin has done just that. So you can find over at digininja.org/project/bucket finder. We'll have links in our show notes. Thank you so much, Robin, for putting together that cool tool. It's just nice to see how like a fleeting idea can turn into a shell script. And next thing you know, people are pounding away at these buckets. I'm going to finish the H's here and see what I get.
Our last trivia question was, this operating system also refers to the 1982 science fiction film, a board game, and a song off of the Prodigy CD B-side, What Evil Lurks? And the answer was Android. This week's question is, the CCC was peripherally involved in the first cyber espionage case to make international headlines in what year? Answer over at hak5.org/trivia to win some of our sweet swag. And now, a word from our sponsor.
We were asked, what would Hak5 be like if it were a paranormal investigation show? So we went to domain.com and registered a .tv to find out. These are the Hack Files.
What kind of a monster would decapitate 200 mannequins?
Obviously, it's the work of Evil Server. It's telekinesis again.
Agent Kitchen, you know as well as I do, inanimate objects cannot decapitate mannequin.
The truth is out there in the photo. One from a security camera.
Oh wait, I see something. They're in the window. Zoom. Enhance that. Okay, go to sector 27 up there. Enhance. Oh god, zoom. Enhance.
Oh, Tobias. If you're building a video site or your website has a play button, a .tv domain is the way to go. .tv websites let you showcase your original content and create a unique site, not just another YouTube channel. Go to domain.com and search for the perfect .tv domain for your new idea. Then use the coupon code HAK5 at checkout to save an extra 15%. Looking for hosting? Save 15% on that too at domain.com. Got a great idea? It all starts with a great domain. Domain.com. There comes a time in every boy's life where you decide that one computer just won't do. And it's that time when we need a little synergy in our lives. Here to bring us this enlightenment, Shannon Morse.
Darn tootin' it is!
No, really, what are we doing?
We're synergizing.
Woohoo!
But to give you a very nice example of this, I'm gonna go over into the hack shop and show you like right there on my desk. So, see ya. The definition of synergy is basically when you take two or more things and you make them function together to produce an outcome that's greater than just the two things separate by themselves. And this handy tool called Synergy does exactly that. Here at our Hak5 office for the hack shop, I use two different computers. I have my normal laptop for like social networking and Facebooking, catching up with emails and writing show notes and whatnot. And then I also have this second laptop for the hack shop. I print labels, fulfill orders, all sorts of stuff like that. And along with these two, I also have two mice. I have my two mice, two different keyboards, and seriously, if I had a dime for every time I grabbed the wrong mouse when I'm switching between the two laptops, I'd probably be a millionaire. Maybe a billionaire. I'm not really sure. I'd probably have to count it up, do a little bit of math. Anyway, enter Synergy, the free and open source software that lets you share your mouse and your keyboard between two different computers. It's amazing, where each computer has its own monitor or its own display. You don't need any hardware add-ons, no special mods. All you need is a local area network, some kind of internet connection that's shared by those two different computers. But what if you have different operating systems on those two machines? Luckily, Windows, Mac, Linux, they're all supported. It's no problem. Sharing the computers is as easy as just moving your mouse from one monitor to another. Ah, it's so cool. It enables you to use multiple monitors for your single computers as normal, and you can copy and paste between the two separate machines. Now, Synergy was first created a couple years ago, or well, tons of years ago, but it wasn't being updated after 2006. So now we have a merging between Synergy and Synergy Plus. And now it brings us updates for all the new OSs, new OS compatibility. It fixes a ton of bugs, so it's pretty nice. Now to download Synergy, all you have to do is go over to synergy-fos.org and click on the download tab and choose whatever the OS in browser, or the OS in the 64 or 32-bit that you have on your machine, on the made computer. And you go through the normal install process, of course, and then eventually you'll get to the point where you can open up the Synergy program. Now on the main menu, you're going to want to check Server, which means that you're going to share this computer's keyboard and mouse. Now you'll click on the Configure Server after that, and it gives you this nice little grid system. From here you can drag and drop your main computer's monitor to a desired box in the grid. So I can move this one up, down, wherever I plan on actually having this monitor. It gives you a nice structured view of where each of your computers is going to be in real time. So since my main computer, my main laptop right here, the server, is going to be on the left side of my second laptop, I'm going to put my main computer right here. I'll move it over one. And it's called the Snubs-PC. That's going to be the keyboard and mouse that you'll want to connect your other computers to as clients. Now I'm going to connect my second laptop to this main one's keyboard and mouse, and hopefully it all goes well. Now I've already installed Synergy on my second machine over here, and to install it on the second computer, aka the client, you just follow the same steps as before. This time when you open the program, you're going to need to check client and type in the name of your original main computer's name. So I already clicked client, and mine was Snubs-PC. And then you need to go over to Edit, Settings, and look up your laptop's name. Hopefully mine hasn't changed. Okay, we're still good. It's Hak Shop, H-A-K Shop. So I click OK, so I'm good on that side. So I have that one named Hak Shop. I'm pretty much good to go on that second one. I want to go back over to my first one and click into Configure Server and make sure I have this second one ready to go. I'm going to double click on that one, and if you haven't named it already, you can go ahead and type in the name Hak Shop. Click OK again, and you should be ready to go. So I'll go ahead and click Start on both of my machines and start. And if it works right, my mouse should just, it works. Moves from one monitor to another. It's brilliant, and it's easy. I mean, what more could a lady ask for? And it's totally cool. Like when I was at home, I literally had one of those like, whoa moments when I had my laptop on the complete other side of the house, and I was able to move my mouse from my PC on my desk all the way over to my laptop. And I looked over it and I was like, dude, awesome. So if you like Synergy, or if you have a program kind of like it, email me over at feedback@hak5.org. And now, back over on the set, Darren has the Crack the Code Challenge walkthrough for us to check out.
Earlier in the show, we talked about a tool called Bucket Finder, which we use to perform a brute force attack. And while it wasn't your typical password cracking scenario, the concept is really the same as, well, this week's Crack the Code Challenge. Oh. We did it a little different this week. We had the participants join us and download a payload file, and there are so many different ways to go at this, because basically it's a picture of Kirby, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
Inside a inside of a password protected PDF file that was inside of a password protected zip file.
Oh, okay.
And then
passwords.
There's usually a readme.jpg, which is Kirby, of course. And
yes.
Again, there was EXIF data in there, which led you to a word list. And there are so many different ways to complete this. In fact, we had as of right now, we have 56 people who have completed it.
Oh wow! Okay.
Let's talk about how it was a good example of an offline brute force attack versus what right now we're going to do an online brute force attack. Go ahead and pick a card, any card.
Any card?
Any card.
All right.
I'm not Brian Brushwood here, so it's not sleight of hand or anything.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Don't show me what the card is.
You don't want to see it. Okay.
So I could say, is your card an ace of clubs?
No.
Is it a 2 of clubs?
No.
Is it a 3 of clubs?
No.
Is it a 4 of clubs?
No.
Is it a 5 of clubs?
No.
See, this is a brute force attack, and in 52...
You got close.
Really? And in 52 questions here, I will... Is 6 of clubs?
No.
7?
Yeah.
8? Okay, so 7.
Wait,
See?
that's club, right?
Yeah, that's the club. So
club,
there we go. We actually did a little brute force attack there. And the same idea...
Magic.
With this one, it being an offline brute force attack, that means that you can use several tools to basically try all of those combinations. I mean, of course, the EXIF file
Yeah.
The link in the EXIF data was kind of a clue because it was a word list. You know, you could you could use John the Ripper to generate random ones. Lots of people took different approaches. Judazak, he used the active archive password recovery and then the advanced PDF recovery tools. Canadian Taco used the Elcomsoft's password recovery stuff for PDF and zip.
Cool.
Bass used the Ultimate Zip Cracker and PDF Cracker Pro. Mike used fcrack a zip, which a lot of people use fcrack zip. Command line tool, really good. Advanced PDF password recovery tool as well. Edmund used fast crack zip and PDF crack. There's so many different ways. I didn't want to like bore you with an extensive like here's another command line tool to crack zip file with a word list. It's like, you know, it's the same. But the difference here is in the online attack, when I'm asking you, you know, is it this, is it that, is it that? Yeah. You can eventually, what would you do? If I was in a bar, like, I asked you this and I start going
eventually I'd pour my beer on you and say, screw you, buddy.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the difference because eventually Amazon is going to say, wait, you've asked me how many questions now in the last 30 seconds?
Yep.
I'm going to spill my beer on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, we're going to call that science. And
Science!
We're going to take a break. We're going to thank one of our wonderful sponsors. And we've got some wonderful emails.
Science!
And while we're thanking our sponsor, Shannon, let's play 52 card pickup.
I win. Join modding wizard Ben Hak and his friends as they build and modify a host of amazing community-inspired creations. Be sure to watch the most recent episode of The Ben Hak Show, where Ben builds an Arduino-powered exterior-mounted camera system for an off-road vehicle. The setup enables the driver to control the camera from inside the cabin to get a better view of obstacles while driving on a rugged, off-road terrain. The show about building, modding, and electronics culture is brought to you exclusively by Element 14. Be sure to visit element14.com/tbhs for a chance to win one of Ben's latest builds.
As you guys know, we welcome your feedback, so send that over to feedback@hak5.org. We got a great one here from Scott W. Excited about this, Shannon.
Scott W. writes, I'm an adjunct instructor out of local university. We got the approval to build 2 of the wall mount servers for our CS lab. Pretty sweet. I was able to get the parts list and have everything that I need. I've built computers before, so I'm fairly familiar with most of the parts of the system. However, this is my first out-of-case mod. I've installed the CPU fan, the memory, HD, and the power supply. I've made the 3 power connectors that I can find on the board. I've plugged the CPU fan into the appropriate place on the board. When I plug it in, nothing happens. I then ask myself, what about a power switch? So how do you power on the computer without a case? Is it as simple as putting a jumper on the power switch pins? Is there something else that I'm missing? Any feedback would be great. Thank you in advance.
Okay, sure. Now I actually don't have power switches on these wall-mounted servers here because I've gone ahead into the BIOS and told them that to automatically power on upon receiving power again, like if there's a power loss, basically.
So what, just one day you plugged in a monitor?
Well,
the BIOS
has the BIOS has a setting, and I did plug a monitor in to first set these up. I had keyboard, mouse, everything to set up the operating systems and whatnot. But the first thing I do in the BIOS is say, hey, if you lose power, like say there's a storm or something, power goes out, you want this machine to power right back up when power is restored. So all I need to do to turn this guy on and off is literally come over here, unplug it, and then I'm like, oh, I want it to be on again. And just plug it right back in.
Oh.
Now, of course, that first time you boot it up, you will need a way to turn the machine on. What I like to do is just grab your card keys here. There you go.
Got it.
And then find the pins on the motherboard where you would typically plug in the power switch, the reset switch, your LEDs for all of the different like hard drive activity, stuff like that, and just touch your keys to those pins, and voila. That's all it was.
Oh, metal on metal.
Yeah, if you want to shut it down, just touch them again. I know, total MacGyver stuff
That's not
here.
bad for your machine?
No, because that's all the switch is going to do anyway, is short those connections.
Okay.
So sometimes I don't know what connection it is, and I'll literally just rub my, I'll swipe my keys across the pins, and it will turn on.
Awesome.
Anyway.
So now it's on. Yay!
There we go.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah,
Save me with the
very
Technolist
handy.
photo of the week.
Technolist photo of the week comes to us from Kane R. in Ireland. He sends us a photo of his block posters creation. Nice big Hak5 poster. It's very cool and very, creative. So if you guys have photos that you want to send us for a Technolist photo of next week, send your photo over to feedback@hak5.org.
Also, remember that you can support the show free and easy just by subscribing on iTunes or YouTube. You can head over to hak5.org or revision3.com/hak5
Yep.
to watch the show in its entirety.
I subscribe.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
Hey, it's nice, just download the show every week.
What's
make
new with the
sure,
Hack Shop?
Nothing's messed up. All right, Hak5 goodies. You can get all of your Hak5 goodies, t-shirts, Wi-Fi Pineapple, the brand new Ubertooth 1, which is totally sweet.
And the throwing star. The new throwing star is in. Yeah, that's a good one.
That
You guys
one is
gonna
so
like that.
cool. I can't wait to build my own.
I can't wait to get you to do a video.
Soldering,
Hopefully the video will
yes.
be up before this posts because that's what's up.
You
You'd
can
like to
get all
solder.
of those goodies over at hakshop.com.
And also follow us on Twitter and Facebook to find all the happenings when you're gonna, when we're going to be like traveling to your area, or when we're gonna be having meetups in
You said
our
your area, and
your
I was like,
area,
Europe?
your area.
Europe?
See, we can't speak anymore, so we're just gonna go ahead and end the show.
But first,
Yeah.
we also have a second show now.
Oh yeah.
Comes on Mondays and Fridays. You can find that at hak5.org, revision3.com, YouTube, iTunes.
It's good
and
stuff.
Everywhere.
It's called Hack Tip, and it's just like shurikens for IT ninjas. It's good stuff. You should
Little
tune in.
5-minute
I'm trying to keep 'em.
deliciousness.
Yeah. Anyway, until then, we will see you guys on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays over at all the places we just described. Trust your Technolist.
Pow! Okay. What?
Yeah.
2 computers, 1 mouse. I'm just kidding. Meh.
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 Okay.
Oh,
My bad.
it's all good. I got confused
I was
too.
too busy talking to my mic. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That's annoying.
It's time for 2 computers, 1 mouse. How's that work?
Finally. Damn, that was hard.